I graduated college a little over a year ago, last May of 2022. And with all this newfound extra time that I had, I knew I wanted to be productive and make the most of it because I was starting my full-time job in August. So I had a few months to get my feet wet in some kind of business. So what did I do? I went down the side hustle and passive income rabbit hole. And bro, I really want to save you from going down this whole mess that I went down. So as you're watching this video, I want you to pause it or put it in the mini player and search on YouTube side hustles or ways to make passive income. And as you scroll and scroll and scroll, you're gonna find an insane amount of videos from people telling you how you can make passive income or enough money from a side hustle to quit your day job. They're gonna tell you can make $1,000 a day, 500 every time they throw a different number out there. And when you go down these videos, you're gonna quickly start to realize that it's never ending. There's always a newfound side hustle. Recently with the whole AI explosion, there were the AI passive income side hustles that you can follow. Now, I didn't realize this quickly, but as I consumed more and more and more of this content, started to realize that, wait a minute, if these people can make so much money off these side hustles, why are they telling me about it? Why would they want to make it more saturated? What benefit are they gonna get? And then ding ding ding, it went off in my head. I realized that I am the product. These people that are telling me about these side hustles don't actually do these side hustles. Their whole job is to go out there, discover side hustles that people can do to make a few couple $100s a day or maybe a week. Then they find someone who made a ton of money off this side hustle, which it could be possible. Someone can become a millionaire off drop shipping or Amazon FBA or whatever it is, right? Then they bring it to you and they tell you, like, look at this guy. He made $2 million last year doing it. But where's their receipts? They don't have any receipts, right? So they go out, find a bunch of different side hustles, make it into a video. The product, their product that they're selling is the video, right? You're the consumer of this product. So the more you watch, the more you go down this rabbit hole, the more money they make off of AdSense. So when I realized this, I was like, hold on. This guy just told me about 10 different side hustles in this video. There's no way he's doing all of these. What is going on here? Then I kept going and I found how much I made last year on YouTube video. I'm not gonna say who this person was. It's about $600,000 to $700,000. He didn't make that off no side hustles. You're consuming his product, and the more you watch it, the more money they put in their pockets. So when I realized that, I knew I had to change something. I realized I had to be very careful with the advice I was taking, but more importantly, who I was taking it from. I came up with this mantra in my head that if this person wasn't rich before they started making content, if they didn't already have these millions or business success before making content, and they didn't even need to make this content to stay rich, then I would listen to them. But if it was someone who was getting rich by telling me how to get rich, they were selling me their products through my consumption of it, and that's how they were making all their millions, then that's someone I can't trust. Then I'll give you guys some examples. Iman Ghazi to Alex Hormozi to Brandon Carter. Now I'll tell you the difference between these guys and the side hustle content creators. These guys, we'll take Brandon Carter for example, made his millions off of his personal training business, not off of his content. If he lost all his content today, if he couldn't make any more content, if YouTube completely banned him off of every single social media platform, is he still gonna be rich? Yeah. Alex Hormozi, he made millions also off of personal training. He didn't make millions off selling his YouTube viewers his content, selling you a course or making AdSense through his content. That's not how he made his millions. He made it through his business of gym launch, where he helps gym owners scale their business to millions of dollars. He did all of that before he came on YouTube and talked about it. Iman Ghazi, for example, he also does the side hustle videos, but the way he made his money wasn't through these side hustles. He made his money by documenting his journey, which at that point wasn't even making him any money, but his main source of income is his software companies. So him as well, if he lost all this YouTube, he would still be making money off of that. But then there's the flip side. There's the guys who, if they lost their YouTube account, if they lost their sponsorships, bro, if no one watched them anymore, where are they gonna make their money from? Nowhere, because they didn't actually build and scale a business. They made all their millions off of telling you how to get rich. And we just consume and consume and consume this content. At the end of the day, all it does is leave us confused. And there's something I want to talk about called shiny object syndrome. Now, shiny object syndrome is probably something we've all experienced, but we didn't really know how to diagnose it or know what was going on. So I'll take it back to last year again when I had this free time, and I wanted to be productive. I wanted to make some side money, and I went down the passive income rabbit hole. And whenever I would land on something, I'd be like, okay, this is something I can try. I would look to the recommendations to the side, and I'll see these passive side hustle sources of income can make you $3,000 a day, and I'll be like, oh shit, this one looked good. Like, I was interested in this one. I wanted to try out this one. Let's say print on demand, for example. But then I see Amazon FBA can make $3,000 a day, or $500,000 a year. I would jump to that one. Then I would start learning about that one, and then next I would find something else. Right? So you just keep going down and down and down, trying to go after more money, but realistically all you're doing is wasting your time and delaying the time that you're gonna start, right? And this brings me to another very important point, is the importance of focus. If you're over here being attracted to all these different shiny objects, how are you gonna focus on one thing? You're gonna be a jack of all trades but master of none. And to become really, really good at something, all you have to do is put in a ton of time into it, into one endeavor, and develop and develop and develop your skills in that one endeavor. But if you're over here spreading your time across 4 or 5 different things, you're never gonna reach that level where you're so skilled at this one thing. And Brandon Carter talked about it recently when he spoke about the 10,000 hour rule. If you pick one thing, and honestly this is kind of common sense, I feel like everyone knows it. I feel like we all know it, but we try to look for something else, look for a quicker way to make more money. Anyway, going back to what Brandon Carter said, he said pick one thing, and if you put 10,000 hours of work into that one thing, you're gonna become one of the best in the world at it. Basically, we've all known this. We all know, hey, if I wanna make a lot of money, I should pick one thing and grind and grind and grind at it. Not expect results in a month or 2 or 90 days or whatever it may be. It's gonna may take 2, 3, 4 years to become really good at this thing. But how many other people can stay disciplined enough for 3 to 4 years chasing one endeavor, one skill, and improving it? Not many people can do that. So that's gonna give you a huge advantage over any other competitor you're gonna have. And when I realized this, it changed everything for me. I realized that, hey, these passive income side hustle videos are actually not gonna make me any money. I might make a few $100s here or there. Is it gonna be a consistent source of income as I jump from one to the other? No. Is it eventually gonna be enough for me to quit my day job? No. Now I left the most important point of this video to the end. So if you made it this far, congratulations. This is the truth about passive income, is that there is no such thing as passive income. There is no such thing as not putting in any work, going to sleep, waking up in the morning and seeing that you made $10,000. Passive income is a scam, it's a lie, it's not true. Anyone who's telling you can make easy, fast, passive income is lying to you. Immediately click off that video, because they're either gonna sell you a course to make money off of you and put money in their pockets and become rich. They're either gonna steal your time from you because you're consuming their product, which is their video, or it's all BS. Passive income is one of the biggest lies we're told in this generation. And of course, with our limited attention spans, with our lack of desire to really work hard, with our lack of discipline, we want the easy route. We're always gonna take the easy route. Now, taking it back again to last year, as I was going down the passive income side hustle rabbit hole, I landed upon something I thought was something I wanted to pursue, and it was print on demand, which is a form of drop shipping. It's not exactly drop shipping, but it's more so with clothing. You find a clothing supplier, I use Printify, then you find designs, you put them on the shirts, you market them, and then you sell them. So after I realized that I was, going through shiny object syndrome, and I was just clicking on the suggestions every time because the amount of passive income would be higher, I said, you know what, let me focus on this one thing. And I picked print on demand. Now, print on demand or drop shipping is probably as passive of an income source as it gets, right? Because you don't ship the products, you don't package the products, you don't actually have to print the designs on the shirts, you don't do any of that, you don't have inventory. Everything is at the supplier. All you do is simply put the design on the shirt, on the website, online, and then the supplier ships it out once it's purchased from someone. Now, if you succeed on print on demand and you get sales, you can literally go to sleep and wake up in the morning and see that you've made a bunch of sales, right? Made money in your sleep, the ultimate dream. You guys need to understand the amount of work that is done throughout this whole process. From starting print on demand, which I did, to once I started getting sales. Nothing about it was passive. I was working every single day. And if we take the total amount that I made and divided it by the amount of hours that I actually put into it, I was probably making like $9 an hour. Money I was making, my income wasn't exactly tied to the hours, exactly tied to the hours that I was putting in, because at the end of, you know, if I worked for 8 hours on my website or whatever, I was gonna get paid at the end of that. I was gonna get paid, you know, maybe someone would buy something from me while I was sleeping or while I was hanging out, and I would get a purchase, right? Which seems passive, but I put in a ton of work into that in the beginning. And this is something that I want to get into. You cannot escape the hard work. To get that website up and running, to market it, to find the right designs, to bring in samples, to make content with the samples, to do the email marketing, to make the TikToks, to make the Instagram Reels, to make the website, to make the script for the emails that I was sending out for email marketing, to dealing with customers who didn't get their orders on time and were frustrated. That was all work. That was all grind, and none of that was passive. I didn't just set something up in a day. All of a sudden it was this cash cow that was making me a ton of money. At no point did I stop making content or stop trying to improve the website or putting in this work, and I was still getting sales. Right when you stop doing that, the sales are gonna stop. Ask any entrepreneur, ask any millionaire, ask any business owner if there's anything passive about the amount of money they make. It might get to a point after 4, 5, maybe 6, maybe even 10 years where now they can relax a little bit and just let the income flow in and make a ton of money and be extremely rich. But hey, during that 10-year period, that 6-year period that they were grinding, they were working 8 hours a day, right? So if there's anyone out there ever telling that you can make money easily, that you can start a business easily, that you can be an entrepreneur who puts in minimal amount of work and starts making $10,000 fast, right? No matter who it is, they're lying to you, bro. It is not real, right? And you can scout them out from the way their thumbnails are. They'll be like, oh my God, $10,000 a month. Shut the fuck up. You are not making $10,000 a month passively. Even you're making off this content that you're trying to sell me, you fucking liar. I'm onto you. You're selling this content to me. But even that's not passive, because you have to record these videos, you have to edit this video, right? So get rid of this passive income, this side hustles are gonna make me rich scam. Guys, find one area of focus, one grind that you're truly passionate about, that you enjoy, because there's gonna be a long and difficult road. It may take 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 years. You need to go through the boredom phase. You need to go through the failure phase where you feel like you're not accomplishing anything. You need to go through the phase where maybe if you're doing YouTube videos, no one is watching your videos, you get 3, 4 views a day, but it doesn't matter. You have to be consistent with it and show up every single day. So find something you're passionate about, because it's gonna be a long road, my friend. Stop wasting your time consuming these videos, these passive income side hustle videos, because you're only delaying the time it's gonna take you to start your own hustle. Right? Hone in on one thing, not a side hustle, not a quick income side hustle, because side hustle is never, or a quick income thing is never going to make enough for you to quit your day job. Find a true business model that you want to follow and become one of the best in it. How do you become one of the best in the world at it? You put in the work. You just put in a ton of hours. That's it. It's something that we've known for generations and if you go to your grandparents and tell them, hey, how do I become rich? They're gonna tell you, focus on one thing, don't jump from one thing to the next. Enough time and effort into it. Be ready to fail a bunch of times. Be ready to, have to adjust slightly, right? Your business model is not gonna be concrete from the first day. You might have to adjust some things, but the objective is still gonna be the same. It's still gonna be the same hustle. Not side hustle, hustle. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.